Good morning. It is Friday. I have no idea what the date is. 11th? Something like that. And today Mum's coming over for a visit. I have no idea what time she's landing, but I'm going to assume she's going to arrive before lunchtime. So I've got a pan of soup to get on. Probably carrot and lentil. I'm not going to record me making soup again, but I'll give you a quick lowdown. It's basically the same as I do every other soup. So what I'll do, saute onions, then celery, carrots. If it was another veg, it'd be like leeks or whatever. So celery, carrot, saute a wee bit, throw in some stock, and because it's celery in, I'll be putting chervil in rather than lovage. Don't put any salt in because I'll be using powdered vegetable stock, so I won't be putting any salt in, and just taste it at the end. Red lentils, bit of white pepper, and just cook it until it's cooked. And then depending on my mood, I'll probably just use a potato masher and smash it up a wee bit, so you get a bit of smoothness and a bit of chunks in there, and that's it. Taste it, see if it needs any salt. Done. Easy soup. Substitute any vegetables you want in there. You know, if you were making leek potato, very similar, not much difference. If you're making vegetable soup, same sort of thing. And yeah, basically that's how I make my soups. So I've got soup to make, and depending what Mum brings over, because she sometimes brings something over with her, as to what I will do. If she brings over something savoury, then we're sorted. If she brings over something sweet, then I might whip up some scones, but we'll see. That would be kind of the equivalent of American biscuits, sort of. It gets very confusing. American biscuits are kind of like a richer version of English scones, and American scones are really flat, which is kind of weird. You know, English scones are like tall, and American scones are like dead thin. Like, you roll them out too thin. You really do roll them out too thin. Scones should be like that. Scones should be like what an American biscuit's like. High and raised. Well, actually, it's like tomato, tomato, you know, whatever. But yeah, scones are big, thin ones. Bannocks? Bannocks are thin. Well, actually, I make my bannocks high. So I'm not entirely sure what the English equivalent of an American scone would be. The American, you need to make them bigger. Sort of. Anyway, so I've got Mum coming over, and I'm not sure what else we're doing. I need to get on with some knitting. I have a really bad habit of not doing an awful lot when Mum's here. So maybe it's a bit of knitting. I might make some fibre bats today. Not done that since before I went away on holiday, and I have the fibre packages put together ready to make a bat, so we shall see. Otherwise, who knows? Also, if you can see, I am wearing the swanchery thing I bought yesterday. This thing is so cosy. I wore this all night. Well, not all night, through the night. I wore this all evening. And it's so big and cosy and unflattering. But it's cosy and it's autumnal and it's warm. Okay, so I mentioned about doing a bat later. What I meant was a mini bat for spinning with. I have a blending board. I don't have a drum carder, so I make mini bats rather than full size ones. Roughly around about 70 grams per bat. So what's that? 2.5 ounces, something like that. I keep saying something like that. I don't mean to. I think that's around 2.5 ounces, American money. But I couldn't swear to it. So before I went away to Perth, I did a bunch of mini bats. I had watched a couple of tutorials by Frost Yarn. I will put a link to her shop and such like down below if I remember. But if you look her up on Instagram, Frost Yarn, you'll find out she makes the most amazing spinning bats. She's just come off maternity leave, and I think she's opened up a bat club on Etsy as well, so check that out. But amazing bats. I've had a couple of custom bats from her in the past. So she showed how to do a holographic opalescent bat on her YouTube channel, which I did, and I loved making it so much. So I have a whole bunch of fibre that I've gathered over the last couple of years. So sometimes it can be thinking, oh, I've got a load of fibre, but what do I really want to do with it? Like multicoloured fibres and stuff. But making bats with them is a good way of putting them together and using them and creating something new. So what I did was, I think it was during Tour de Fleece, I put a bunch of them together. No, yeah, I made a few little mini bats, and I spun a couple of them at the time just for fun, and I really enjoyed it. But so I did loads of bagfuls of fibres. I put a load together to make mini bats with from my stash, and I'd made some of them into bats, and I still have bags ready to make into bats because then Perth came up and I was away. So I'm going to make one this today. And I'm going to record it as I do, and I'm gonna try and record it. I'll do like a little wee bit in Vlogtober, and I will try and record enough footage to create a tutorial video which I will post separate. So if you want to know how I'm doing it, kind of like me talking what I'm doing, then I will post that on YouTube and you can see that too. So let's get started with that. I'll show you what I'm doing.